Welcome to Zombies Entombment, the Conjuring House, Burrillville, Rhode Island.
By viewing this video, you acknowledge and accept the risks associated with watching content related to paranormal and extraterrestrial phenomena. This video contains real footage of paranormal and extraterrestrial events.
Welcome to Zombies Entombment, the Conjuring House, Burrillville, Rhode Island.
Hello, welcome to Zombies Entombment. This episode is all about the Conjuring House in Burrillville, Rhode Island. There has been some captivating, thought-provoking, action-packed drama coming out of this place recently. Some heartbreaking, some very confusing. The movies with incredible box office numbers that speak for itself. So I decided to explain my spellbinding, life-changing time at the Conjuring House. I have not only had the live experience and seen something supernatural, but also had the video evidence to back up my experience at the Conjuring House. There was something there and I'm going to prove it to you. This is the Conjuring House, Part 1. My evidence is seeing this ghostly figure that haunts this place. My night of paranormal experience didn't end there. The mysteries kept on continuing throughout the night. Coming here most definitely changed my life for the better. Yes, I do believe this place is haunted, and it started within the first 10 minutes of me being allowed on this property. I saw what this place calls the Lady in White. But according to Mr. Perron, with a one-on-one conversation with him at the Michigan Paracon, he believes it's an alien. I can't disagree with him. But after hearing his experience with this ghostly figure, I believe we saw the same thing. It's most definitely no lady. This is according to two witnesses, Mr. Perron and myself. Also, seeing it 50 years apart, I am concluding whatever it is, it has been living there since at least 1970. It's 8 p.m. The start of the investigation. It's getting dark quickly, so I start filming outside. First take, I have two cameras, my full spectrum on a gimbal and a thermal camera attached to the handle with no swivel mount. In this case, I'm not sure if that was a bad thing or a good thing. Another idea, well, this thought will mean something in a few. We'll get there. I'm approaching the backyard for the first time. There are other investigators here tonight, since this is a public investigation. I make my first in front of the camera segment quickly. As you notice, the thermal camera is a little crooked since it's not on a swivel mount. I do see something in the thermal camera come out of the house and back in. This is on top of the roof. But of course, there are some bugs moving in the full spectrum camera, but nothing really is lining up with both cameras. As of right now, I'm categorizing this as interesting. Not until I come around the front of the house where I see the first glimpse of the zombie spirits that entomb this place. I'm making my way back to the front of the house just as I set the camera down so I can be in front of the camera again. The dog inside the house starts barking. This white, ghostly figure seems to be coming out of the attic. Or it's moving along the top of the roof. It's moving in a northwest direction, and it cuts a hard north into the trees. I have no idea that this is happening, but when I realize that there are other paranormal investigators waiting for me to film whatever I'm filming, I move on quickly, and I start heading back to the backyard. This is when I see the ghostly figure. I'm going to assume whatever I saw has been living in Burrillville, Rhode Island, because it waited until I finished saying Burrillville, Rhode Island in the opening monologue to appear to me and the camera. Great timing. Almost like we took a selfie together. This is when I see the ghostly figure. I'm going to assume whatever I saw has been living in Burrillville, Rhode Island, because it waited until I finished saying Burrillville, Rhode Island in the opening monologue to appear to me and the camera. Great timing. Almost like we took a selfie together. Modern video recording is amazing, capturing light for generations to see. Cameras like the full spectrum that see light past our visual range and transpose it so we can see what's happening in that light range is amazing. Here, it captured a visual moment I would never have dreamed was possible for me to actually see. But I did, and modern video caught the exact moment I saw this ghostly figure.
Welcome to Zombies Entombment, the Conjuring House. Welcome to Zombies Entombment, the Conjuring House. Burrillville, Rhode Island.
This is my dilemma about was this a good idea or a bad idea that my thermal camera was not on swivel mount. First, bad idea, because when I see the ghostly figure, my head was cut off in the thermal camera. Swivel mount, I could have corrected this problem. But after I saw the ghostly figure, I immediately picked up my camera and started filming the area that I saw it. I did capture the ghostly figure in the full spectrum, but I also captured something in the thermal camera, whereas if it was on a swivel mount, I would have moved it up and it would have been angled correctly to see my face. Then lifting up the camera so quickly, the thermal camera would have been still angled upward, missing the ghostly figure it captured flying in the thermal camera in the first place. Comparing both ghostly figures, they do not seem to be at the exact location, one on the left side of the trees, the other on the right side of the trees, and their flight pattern is different.
Welcome to Zombies Entombment, the Conjuring House. Burrillville, Rhode Island.
Here's a close-up, and you can see the moment I see the ghostly figure. A light on my nose appears, and then I turn my head. I am still unsure if the ghostly figure is the light on my nose and is projecting a hologram that I'm seeing. Lighten up the video, you can see that I'm seeing something as the light is on my nose. But once the light disappears on my nose, the figure seems to move and it looks different. Very interesting.
Welcome to Conjuring House, Burrillville, Rhode Island,